Welcome everyone, Rabid here, and it looks like the difficulty on the Ethereum network is going to get a whole lot more, well, difficult. Alright guys, welcome, Rabid here, and if you haven't yet, please smash that subscribe button as it'll greatly help the channel, and most of the viewers are non-subscribers, so let's flip that number around. Anyway, here you are looking at the Ethereum difficulty chart, and if you're unsure, we're just going to kind of go through what this means before we actually show you why this is about to get a lot worse. So here is our chart. We're going to see we started peaking in here around Thursday, July 9th. We're just going to expand this a bit to about right there. That's pretty close. Now we're going to look at our hash rate chart, and it looks pretty close to the same. So we're just going to expand that to about the same point. So now we're looking at July 27th, 2020 and July 22nd. So that is pretty much, they look on par. In between these two, they go hand in hand. Hash rate versus difficulty. So what exactly is this? This is what we're going to tell you right quick before we go into this. Is the hash rate, essentially, that is when all the GPUs and everything, as more and more people build rigs, that's more hash rate coming into this, and in return the difficulty goes up because of that. So if we look here, it is a nice little steady incline, and around looks like middle of December we start to see a big pump, and that's when we start going up and away. Now what happened around this time? Obviously the NVIDIA 3000 series came up. They are very efficient cards, and also of course we have the Bitcoin shooting through the roof, Ethereum going up, gas fees through the roof, everything just making crypto mining very profitable. And in return, obviously with those new GPUs, everyone just bought them, and now we have increased hash rates like crazy. It is jumping up. So what happens when the hash rate goes up? Well, our difficulty will go up as well. And what the difficulty does is, say a block is mined. This is just for a reference because it can be mined every 30 seconds or whatever. But say a block is mined every 15 seconds. Now, as more and more hash rate comes into the network, that's time will obviously get faster and faster. So the difficulty artificially increases on its own to match that, so the block time is always the same time, making it harder and harder and harder to actually mine that block. So as an example, 500 mega hash, like say 5 months ago before all this took off, is the same amount as like 250, 300 mega hash now. So in like say another month from now at this incline, say you have 1 giga hash right now, you're going to need like 1.5, 2 giga hash, almost, well, not quite double, but let's say 1.2, 1.3 giga hash to mine what you're mining right now. So as that goes up, you're mining less and less because of that difficulty. You're a lot more people fighting with each other and so on. Now that you have a little bit of understanding what the network hash rate and difficulty does for a coin, now we're going to look into why this is going to be spiking really soon and your profits are going to be dumping even more. And we're not talking about 1559. We're not talking about Ethereum 2. We are talking about the new ASIC miners coming into the network. So here we are. The first one up on our list here is the A11 Pro. This is the Ethereum Miner. We've heard about it. It's been talked about a little bit for the past few months, but this thing is a monster. This is a new Gen ASIC. Now, obviously, silicon shortage. It's looking like the A11 pre-orders are suspended for now. Production issues can affect the release of this miner. So there is still no release. It's looking like it is not set for July. It could be later. Originally, these were supposed to be pushed out in July. But let's just look at the profitability of this thing. Like $239.51 per day. After electricity, $7.20 per day. They're guessing this on 10 cents kilowatt hours. And so that's $232.31 or $6,900 roughly a month, or $83,000 per year. That is insane. Now, another thing about this miner, for Ethereum, obviously that's going to dramatically increase the hash rate as more and more come out, but it depends on productivity. This thing is $30,300. So will you ROI this? This does say never, but at the same time, it's out of stock. You can't get it. This will obviously change. Who knows? And that is from Crypto Miner Bros, who seems to be the only store currently that does actually sell these. Well, they're not even sold for pre-orders, but technically they're not doing it anymore. Anyway, enough about all that. But interesting stuff about this is it is mineable on other coins. So when Ethereum dies, this ASIC could still be profitable. Like we have that UBIC here. We have Ethereum Classic. I don't know for how much longer, because Ethereum Classic is thinking about switching over to SHA-3. I still don't know if that's a thing or not, but that's last I heard, which was a couple months ago. They do want to go ASIC proof or full ASIC mode in SHA-3. We have Music Coin, we have Pearl, EtherGem, and Callisto, and these are all ETHAS algorithms, so it's quite interesting. This is a multi-coin ASIC. Obviously, it's set for one algorithm. If anything happens to that algorithm, this will just be an expensive doorstop. Like I said, released July 2021, 75 decibels. It is quite loud, but the main thing about this is efficiency. Now look, 2000 megahash, that's 2 gigahash at 2500 watts. That is insane efficiency. That is way better than the 3000 series cards. But the kicker is, we went through did this in a video about a month or so ago, and to actually build for the same amount of megahash and stuff, it's like 50% cheaper to build it with GPUs. Now keep in mind that is GPUs at MSRP, not GPUs scalped, and we can't even find GPUs. So actually attempting to build this, unless you're like a big corporation and overpaying and all the other good stuff, is probably next to impossible to do for your standard residential miner at this point in time. So it probably won't be done. But looking at the pricing, it is like 50% cheaper to build a GPU rig, and you will not see the actual efficiency gains of this ASIC for 3 years until you actually start noticing that and getting your money back. So at that part, ETH2 is gone, and then you're got to move these other coins at the same time. Everybody's going to be moving off ETH2, and that'll dramatically decrease profits across all the coins. So is it worth it to actually buy an ASIC? But with that being said, depending how many do actually come out, the A11 Pro 2000 or 2 gigahash at 2500 watts is an insane amount of hash power for an ASIC. This thing is next gen 100%. This thing is going to flood the network depending how many come out, like I said, and that difficulty is going to skyrocket. But the thing is, this is not the only one that's coming out soon.
But wait, there's more.
Here we have Bitmain's new ASIC, the Antminer E9, ready to set the world on fire. Now here is another preview at another brand new ASIC that's about to hit this market. Now there's not much stats on this actual Bitmain ASIC yet, but here it says in a tweet, Bitmain claimed the Ethereum ASIC miner would be a game changer and added the hash rate of the Antminer E9 is equivalent to 32 NVIDIA 3080 GPUs. So according to miner profitability tracked by F2Pool and Poolin, 8 NVIDIA 3080 cards jointly deliver 760 megahashes per second of computing power. At Ethereum's current price network difficulty, they're able to mine 0.043 whatever ETH.
Show me the money.
Worth around $90 as of this writing as daily revenue. Now Bitmain claims that would mean its Antminer E9 can compete with roughly 3040 megahash. That is 3 gigahash, which if tested and proven when it actually hits the market would outperform rival products by more than 3 times. Now they're not comparing this with the A11 that we just looked at or anything. They're still comparing it with the A10 Pro and that Lindsay hardware that's coming out. Like this is mid-range as well, and that's almost at 3 gigahash, but they don't know how much power this is actually going to use yet. So we're looking at around 3 gigahash, possibly maybe around the 3700 watt range, possibly 4000 watt range. But either way, that is going to be an insane ASIC as well. And when both of these hit the market, depending on the supply and obviously the demand is there, people are going to buy these huge farms. They're already probably pre-sold, whatever you can be pre-bought already. But these are going to be sold and they will sell out ultimately very, very fast. So however, depending how many are actually sold out there, yes, there are some on the network now. We can't hide it. We can't lie. These have been tested probably for a couple months now. That was probably the start of that whole peak coming up as well. But they're also going to start selling these publicly to mining farms, to people, to whoever can afford these. And that hash rate is going to jump up in, I don't even know the word, a lot. So insane. All right. So that pretty much does sum up this video. So if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button for more future content. We do live stream every Sunday for the Rabid Mining crypto show, where we go over rig picks and all the other good stuff. Anyway, leave a comment below what you think could be happening here. This is all happening right around the EIP 1559 mark, set to hit this summer, which is supposedly predicted to drop Ethereum mining profits by about 50%, which is burning all that gas, leaving us with only the 2 block reward plus a small tip. No one knows what that small tip is yet. Just a lot of 25% this, 25% that. Is it based on the fee burnt? Who knows? Nobody has no idea. All we know is 2 block reward plus a small miner tip, depending what they decide to trickle into us. But we don't know. And yeah, so Ethereum profits are dramatically going to decrease, and the ASICs are coming up. The difficulty is going to continue going up. And yeah, so GPU mining is going to get less and less profitable until eventually you can't even mine Ethereum anymore. So curious what you guys think on this whole topic. Let me know in the comments below. And thanks for watching, guys. Rabid out.